Founded in 1990, Ridley, a Belgian company, first stepped up to sponsor our pro cycling team, Davington Monlato, in 2005. But also in 2001, they sponsored a young Belgian in the under-23 Belgian National Championships, which was Tom Boone. And of course, Ridley has been very popular in the cyclocross world for many years. Now this here is the Ridley Helium. And helium, of course, is lighter than air, and it's the second lightest element known in the universe. So it's for good reason that they named this the Ridley Helium, because this frame only weighs 900 grams. It's a nice combination of a very stiff frame and being lightweight. And we'll start up here in the front end. With the front end, with the front fork, 370 grams, and a critical part to keeping this front end stable, especially when you're sprinting or climbing out of the saddle, is the 1 1/8 inch head tube, which goes down to 1 1/2 inch. Gives a very secure feeling when you're pulling on the handlebars or pushing on them to dive into the corners. Now the Ridley Helium is a monocoque frame, and it's made up of 3 different types of high modulus carbon, 30, 40, and 50, and depending on what kind of tensile strength they needed in which section of the frame, that determined the ride characteristics of this bike. Now this allowed them to be able to not use oversized tubes in the whole triangle area. Now the bottom bracket, they use Holotech molding process, which eliminates any excess material from that area, which of course saves weight and allows it to be a stiff frame. Doing the sprints and riding on the climbs, the frame, the bottom bracket did not flex at all. It was very, very stiff. And part of that reason is because of that gigantic chainstays. And this allows what to keep this rear triangle extremely stiff. On the non-drive side of the wheel, the spokes actually pass from the chainstay only about 3 or 4 millimeters, so it's a very close clearance. Also, to give some vertical compliance, meaning comfort, the seat stays here are flat, and they're a complete opposite of what you would expect for an aerodynamic bike. They actually go against the grain of what you would think for aerodynamics. Very flat to allow some flex, to allow some comfort. Now I do like the integrated seat mast. This allows you to feel a little bit more part of the bike. It gives you a good reaction. It allows you to feel connected to the bike while giving really good positive feedback from the road. The one thing that I don't like with any of the integrated seat masts is that no matter how much you measure it, you're still limited with how much you can adjust your saddle height. So it's a very limited factor with the seat mast. A unique feature that Ridley offers are custom painted team bikes. For example, ZteaM with their blue and white graphics. Any club, any individual can get a custom painted bike, any color you want. Overall, bike's 900 grams, cost you about $3,000. Rest assured, when you're watching this year's Tour de France and you see Cadel Evans flying up the mountains on his Ridley, the bike that he's riding is the exact same one that you can get as a consumer.